Hello friends, this is Samuel Patel. This side once again welcomes you in the Automation Mastery Training. And in this tutorial, I am going to discuss about the user inputs. Okay, first of all, we will discuss about the digital user inputs. Means user inputs as far as the digital tag is concerned. So whenever you are uh, you are going to input something for the digital tag, then what will happen? That we'll discuss. So for that, I am taking one button. I am changing the text of this button, on off button. Okay, right. And if I double click on this, I am going to use this touch link user inputs, but I am going to discuss with the discrete tag. Okay, so if I select discrete tag, here is the tag name I need to attach. Let's suppose I am giving this tag SW1. Okay, so SW1 is my tag. And what is the message to the users that I am giving? Please select on or off. So this is the message for the user. Okay, whenever I click on this button, this message will appear, and let's see what will happen. Okay, and this is the tag for which I am going to operate this button. Okay, that means if I press this button, and means if I press this button, then what will happen? That will see. Okay, for what will happen means what will happen to this tag sw1. Okay, so for going to observe sw1 tag, I am going to tag one lamp. Okay, light. So okay, this is the light that I'm going to take. Okay, I'm going to take one light, and I'm going to attach sw1 tag to this light. Okay, let's see what will happen with sw1 tag. See, if sw1 tag is 1, this light is green. If sw1 tag is 0, this light is red. Okay, that setting I have done over here. This is the setting. False is equal to red, green is equal to 1. Okay, now if I press this button in the runtime condition, see, if I press this button, it will ask please select on or off. Okay, if I press off, this button is off. If I press on, this button is on. Whenever this button is on, then and then my SW tag is 1. If my SW tag is 1, my lamp is green. Okay, if I going to for the cancel, then nothing will happen. Okay, so this is the user input of the discrete tag. Okay, now what about the analog? Okay, so if I'm going to take text, and I am giving the hash value. Okay, now for example, if I double click on this, if I go for the analog, I need to give the tag name over here. So which tag name I want to change, that tag name I need to assign. Okay, for example, I need to change the temperature, temp. Okay, so temp is my memory real tag, so that I need to change. So I need to attach tag name over here. Okay, and what is the message to the user? Then I need to write down, please change the temperature value. That is the simple message that I am displaying. Okay, that's it. And what is the range of this temperature? Minimum range is 0 and maximum range is 0. Okay, here is the setting, input only, or you can do, you can right now we are going with the by default value. Okay, I am pressing okay, I am pressing okay, I am saving my screen, I'm going to the runtime mode. Okay, so by default 0 value is there. If I press, if I'm giving 50 value, see 50 is there. Okay, so my temperature tag value is now changing by user input. Okay, so I am entering the value for my temperature, right? If I am giving the 60 value, see my value is changing, right? Now if I want to go for the another settings for this analog input, for this analog user inputs. Okay, see, here is the keypad. I have taken the keypad for no. If I select yes, then whenever I press on this tag, keypad will open and I will enter the value like 50, 60 and I will press the OK. Then and then your value will be changed. Okay, let's see. Okay, save. Yeah, so see, right now the value is 60, right? If I press on is, keypad will open. I am giving the 52 value and I am pressing OK. Then and then its value is changing. So this is nothing but the keypad use. Okay. Now, what about this input only? Okay. So if I select input, now let's see what will happen. Okay. Sorry. Now, see, 85, enter. See, you will not see what is the actual value because I have selected input only. That means you are only going to input the value. Okay, you will not see what is the actual value. So this is the difference, right? If you want to see what is the actual value, then you need to take the slider. Okay, and I am assigning the temperature tag to the slider. I am saving it. I am going to the runtime. See, 85 is the actual value. If I am giving the 52, see, right now 52 value is there. Okay, because this input only tick mark I have said. If I don't tick mark this, 78. Okay, see, 78 is visible and I am entering the value also. Okay, now 10. See, my slider is at 10. Okay, so this is the way to input the analog value and to input the digital value. Okay, like on and off, like real values, like integer values. So this is the touch inputs. Okay, now here is the one setting I have missed out. So that is nothing but the keypad setting. Okay, so if I double click on this, here is the key equivalent setting is there. Okay, right? So control shift and key. So this key is nothing but your keypad key. Okay, so if you press on your SCADA screen, then your value entering window is open. But if you press on keypad, if you press some particular key on your keypad, then and then that window will open. That setting can also be done. Okay, for example, right now I am selecting the key, let's 1. Okay, whenever I press 1 on my keyboard, then and then value keypad will be displayed. Okay, see, I am pressing on it, yes, it will be displayed. Okay, I am clicking on it, yes, it will be displayed by my mouse. Okay, but when I press my one number key, I am not uh, giving the command of my mouse. Okay, I am pressing 1 on my keyboard. Okay, see, this window will open and you can write down any value. Okay, like this way you can use the key equivalent option in the IntelliSCADA. Okay, see, this key equivalent option is also available for this button also. See, here is the button. I am using the key equivalent, let's suppose 0. Okay, so whenever I press 0, my on off button window will open. See, I am pressing on mouse. Okay, window will open. But if I am not using my mouse, if I press 0, see, one window will open. Okay, I am pressing on my keyboard 0 button. Okay, 0 key off. So like this way you can use key equivalent, you can use user inputs, and you can use the digital input and digital analog analog input settings in the IntelliSCADA. Okay, so that's it for this tutorial. Oh, again, one thing is missing. The third thing is text. So I am taking one text over here. Okay, and if I double click on this, here is the string setting is available. Under the touch links, there is a user inputs string is available. Okay, so you can enter the string as a input also. Okay, you can enter the digital value, you can enter the analog value, you can enter the string also. Let's suppose what should be the tag name that I need to define. Let's suppose I am giving the tag name like project name is my tag, project underscore name is my tag. Okay, I need to define this tag. Okay, it should be the memory message because it's a string. That means it should be a message data type. Okay, so when you go for this type, it should be a message data type because I am right now using the internal tag. That's why it's a memory message data type. Okay, string is nothing but your message. That's why you are saving it. I am closing it. Okay, and here is the message to the user. Okay, uh, this is the project name. You can or you cannot be do, you cannot write. Okay, so this is the just optional part. Okay, you can write down one message or you cannot write down one message as per your requirement. Okay, now I am pressing, I am using keypad or not. Here is the tick mark you need to define, right? Yes, I am using keypad. Okay, yes. Okay, I am saving my project. I am going to the runtime mode. See, this is the text. 1 2 3 4, enter. See, 1 2 3 4 is visible right now. SDFRTYU, enter. See, this is the way you can enter the string also, right? This is the way you can enter the string also. If you write down something, okay, so this is the by default value. For example, I am writing down by default value. Okay, and I'm saving it. I'm going to the runtime mode. So this by default value is visible over here always. If I want to change, then I can press over it. This, by this way I can change. Okay, so this is the change of my message text. That means string, right? You can use key equivalent also for this. Okay, so here is the key equivalent. For example, I am using control shift and something key A. Okay, so I am using control shift A. Whenever I press control shift A, that keypad will be open and I can write down some string and string will be changed like this way. Okay, I am saving it. I am going to the runtime mode. Okay, see, right now I am using my mouse. Okay, so that can be a change. Okay, but right now I am not using my mouse. I am using my keyboard. Control shift A. Okay, then and then this keypad will be open. Okay, so you can see that this is the project name, whatever is the string that I have written down on the message to the user. Okay, so this is the message to the user. That string is visible over here on the keypad. Okay, so that is just for information part. You can or you cannot be. Okay, you can do or you cannot do as per your requirement, right? So I am giving the some values to my string. Okay, see, the string is now changed. Okay, so these three types of user inputs we have discussed. One is digital, second is analog. This is very important topic. Okay, one is digital, second is analog, and third is string. Okay, so that's it for this video, and we are going to discuss about new topic in our next session.